see you again, friend.
No time for idle chatter. Merton, awaiting your presence.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol. It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar. Very clever. Don't dismiss our adversaries so easily. They're well-funded, patient, and have been able to avoid identification for years. However, don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly. Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Godjal lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gullum. Gullum is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
Good afternoon.
I can't believe Gullum is mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Don't get me wrong, he could scam a beggar out of his last septim, but he's no mastermind. Trouble? Huh. He's one of the most stubborn lizards I've ever met. You have your work cut out for you. You're going to have to buy him off. It's the only way to get his attention. If that fails, follow him and see what he's up to. If I know Gullum, he's in way over his head, and you'll be able to use it as leverage. I'm glad to see you're embracing our methods. It would be a waste to lose a contact at the East Empire Company before we had the entire story. Just keep on Gullum's tail, and he's bound to step into something he can't scrape off his boot. A mercantile group that has established ports all over Tamriel. They pretty much dominate the whole shipping industry. The Emperor himself supposedly backs them, which means they have fairly unlimited resources, so don't get their feathers in a ruffle. Gullum works in the East Empire Company warehouse. He helps maintain all of the shipments of goods that goes in and out of Solitude. That means he has the pick of the litter from some of the finest goods to grace Skyrim's shores. He isn't exactly in the guild, but he pays us a cut of all the stuff he lifts from the warehouse. Just head right back to the guild and get the information to Mercer. Nothing else is more important. If you discover Gullum is holding out on us and has more loot stashed away than he claims, we'd find that information quite valuable as well. Good luck in Solitude. Keep Gullum alive, but remind him who we are.
What do you need?
You talk to Egg Brothers. Deja has no words for you. You have no knowledge of who you speak to.
Sorry, I was lost in thought. I'm planning my wedding, you see. So many details to work out.
You want knives? You want them in your belly? No? Then you stop talking to DJ. Knives? You want them in your belly? No?
Hail, companion.
So, what do we have here? Let me guess. By your scent, I'd say you were from the guild. But that can't be true, because I told Mercer I wouldn't deal with them anymore. I don't deal in land or property. Now, if you're looking for goods, you've come to the right person. Oh, wait. Did you say Golden Glow Estate? My apologies. I'm sorry to say I know very little about that, bee farm, was it? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't be expected to remember every deal I handle. Well, now that you mention it, there is something I've been trying to get my hands on. I have a buyer looking for a case of Firebrand wine. There just so happens to be a single case in the Blue Palace. Bring it to me, and we'll talk about Golden Glow Estate.
For the age of aggression is just about done.
Word is Ellenwen's furious. Big party at the Thalmor embassy. And one of the guests went someplace they shouldn't. Was quite a commotion.
Hello, I'm Gisley, but you can just call me Erica's sister. Everyone does. Welcome to the center of the world. Or at least my brother Erica's world. Yes, my older brother, and the person you probably want to be speaking to right now. But really, since Torig's death, Falk Firebeard wields the true power of the Jarl's court. My brother is nothing more than a pompous little fop. We'll speak again later, if we must.
Fresh fish, straight from the fjord.
Spiced wine. Good evening. Pantia Etienne, the master vocalist. It's been my honor to perform at the Blue Palace on many occasions. His late lordship was quite the admirer. I'm a bard from the Bard's College here in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying. Now you can say you've met the most talented bard in all of Skyrim.
The finest fish here. Caught daily.
Hey, Ted?
My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get? God duty.
Sebille Stentor has a grasp of magical theory that I would never have expected from a human, even a Breton. No, that honor is Sebille Stentor's. A smart man steers clear of Stentor, and keeps himself out of the dungeon when she's having a bad day. Let's just say that the headsman's axe may not be the worst way for a Solitude jail prisoner to die. Look at that. I've told you to watch your tongue, and mine is waggling. I've said enough. You are free to leave.
Oh, hello. Just tidying up.
They say Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice. Shouting. Lightly armed, light on your feet. Smart.
Proud spy. Now there's a fine hall. Up for sale. If you're interested, talk to the steward in the keep. Focus on your targets.
Dean Inga says a bard can never have enough practice. So, would you like a tune? Yes. Thanks for taking the time. People
You
never
look
want
like
to
you
talk
could
to
do
me.
with a ripe apple, or a tomato, cabbage, or leek. I have my ways, but it's not easy these days. The Black Blood Marauders have been plundering ships off the coast. A lot of people been hurt by their foolishness. you figure out how to spend money.
You wouldn't have a few minutes to run down to the docks, would you? Everything I got on display, really. Well, I've got a shipment of spices the East Empire Company is holding up. I need someone to convince them to release it. Great. Get back to me when you're done and I'll give you something for your time. Good luck. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
Plenty of fresh fish for you. Down at the docks. There are a few good spots if you can avoid the East Empire Company workers and those red-wave thugs. These are troubled times. Be on your guard out there.
See, always more to be done.
Fletching suits me. It's difficult and sometimes tedious, but a well-made arrow strikes forth like the fury of a god.
Ah, I see you have the wine. Hand it over, and we'll talk. Good. Can't have the buyer getting impatient and looking elsewhere for this, can we? Here, take this. I certainly can't use it, but I suppose I need to pay you something for the goods. Not at all. I consider it an investment in prolonging my life. As far as Golden Glow Estate goes, I'll tell you what I know. I was approached by a woman who wanted me to act as the broker for something big. She flashed a bag of gold in my face and said all I had to do was pay Arangoth for the estate. I brought in the coin and walked away with her copy of the deed. Not at all. I tend not to ask too many questions when I'm on the job. I'm sure you understand. However, I did notice she was quite angry, and it was being directed at Mercer Frey. In this business, we rarely deal in names. Our identity comes from how much coin we carry. Look, that's all I know. I never promised you I'd have all the answers. Now, since our transaction is done, I'll be on my way.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed, and my working days are done.
If you an ode to
rumor
Skyrim's staunch
I think I can
protectors,
oblige.
the Imperials. Link to our youth, to the days come and gone, for the eighth.
Goods and wares of all kinds, and all can be yours. Come and see what goods I own.
Huh?
Time to end this little game.
Another You're dead! Dead!
Damn you.
God damn you!
It's nothing! I'm getting out of here. Damn you!
Come on, show me what you got. I'm going to enjoy it.
What was that?
Yeah.
prepare to die. I'm going to enjoy this.
Not the best you can do.
Come on,
What was that? Time to end this little game. Cannot pass Let's see what you've got.
Thought I heard something.
I'll try and make this...
Skyrim
You
belongs
won't get
to
the
the
best
Lord.
of me! Enough! This ends now!
You think...
What was that? Ah! Found you!
Another. I'm staying out of this. Now there's no need to do anything rash. This isn't as bad as it seems. I was gonna tell Mercer about everything, honestly. Please, he'll have me killed. All right. It's Carlia. Her name is Carlia. Mercer never told you about her? Carlia is the thief responsible for murdering the previous guildmaster, Gallus. Now she's after Mercer. Help? No. Look, I didn't even know it was her until after she contacted me. Please, you have to believe me. I don't know. When I asked her where she was going, she just muttered, "Where the end began." Here, take the Golden Glow estate deed as proof. And when you speak to Mercer, tell him I'm worth more to him alive.
You're... Yeah? Don't fancy those clunky two-handed weapons.
Did Gullamai give up any information on our buyer? No, it can't be. I haven't heard that name in decades. This is grave news indeed. She's someone I hope to never cross paths with again. Carlia destroyed everything this guild stood for. She murdered my predecessor in cold blood and betrayed the guild. After we discovered what she'd done, we spent months trying to track her down, but she just vanished. Carlia and I were like partners. I went with her on every heist. We watched each other's backs. I know her techniques, her skills. If she kills me, there'll be no one left that could possibly catch her. If only we knew where she was. There's only one place that could be. A place where she murdered Gallus. A ruin called Snowvale Sanctum. We have to go out there before she disappears again. Yes, I'm going with you, and together we're going to kill her. Here's your payment for solitude. Prepare yourself and meet me at the ruins as soon as you can. We can't let her slip through our fingers. I wanted to say something to you.
Need some gold? Well, I have some work for you.
Well,
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh?
I'm supposed to
Don't
allow
look
you to
like
trade in
much
one
to
of your
me.
pieces of guild armor. So what will it be?
Good day.
Of course. Otherwise it wouldn't be much of a reward, now would it? Your new piece will enhance your skill beyond that of the original. Trust me. Are you sure? Once I exchange it for you, I'm not taking it back. Unless you want to sell it at a discount, of course. Okay, there you go.
I have work if you've got the backbone.
We're
You
here to
talk to
teach
Ed
you a
Brothers.
lesson.
Deja has no words
Never
for
should
you.
have come here.
I'm getting out of here.
Ha! Like the bite of a flea! Let's see you put up a fight. I'm going to. You think I'm afraid of you?
I'll bury you!
I cannot bear.
Sorry, I was lost in thought. I'm planning my wedding, you see. So many details to work out. Ah, yes. If she wants to pay the 2,000 gold tariff, then we'll be all set. You will? I mean, of course you will. You can tell Yvette's son her shipment will be brought up to Solitude shortly.
Oh,
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
Fresh fish. Fresh fish.
Wanderer like you needs a little fire in the veins. Some spiced wine? Thank you so much. I swear it's a fight with them every shipment. Here's something for your troubles. Good luck out. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim. Huh?
You're passing through Solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes? It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us were very alike. So why not take the next step? We can help each other. My sister Dija and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things. I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people, and they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were to go out, the Ice Runner would run aground. What an interesting idea. I think if someone were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot to be shared. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks afterwards, I could certainly direct them to that loot. Don't worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Maybe they'll even pay us for their heroic rescue from their sad crash. It would be best if we spoke little until you've completed your task. Looks like you had no trouble. The effects have already been felt. The Ice Runner has failed to dock on time. Without the lighthouse, the Ice Runner will have swung wide of the western shoal and run aground on the eastern coast. My sister Dija will be at the wreck with our Black Blood marauders. She knows to expect you. You should see me when you get bored, stranger.
Warning you, back off. Come back here.
You're the one who put out the fire in the lighthouse, right? That was good work. Dija's in the hold of the ship. Go down 2 levels. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hmm?
Good to see you again, friend.
do you need?
Hmm?
My brother told me you were coming. I'm supposed to give you what you've earned. Ha! I'm afraid the loot's already been moved. You've been useful to the Black Bloods, though. You've earned a quick death. All right, then.
never should have come here. We are routed! Fall back!
Now you pay. I'll kill you where you stand.
What you want?
You're dead! You're dead!
Give up
That's it! That's all you've got!
I'll kill you where you stand. Destroy you. Come on, you thought I was just a pretty face.
Sure have mercy on you!
I'll kill you where you stand. Will. Not good enough, are you? Are you prepared to die? Come on, show me what you've got.
What was that? Time to end this little game. Doing your worst.
Hey, look, a cave. Wonder what's inside.
I'm certain Carlia is still inside. No, I found her horse. Don't worry, I've taken care of it. She won't be using it to escape. Let's get moving. I want to catch her inside while she's distracted. Take the lead. I'm sorry, I was under the impression I was in charge. You're leading and I'm following. Does that seem clear to you? Just make certain you keep your eyes open. Carlia is as sharp as a blade. The last thing I need is you blundering into a trap and warning her that we're here. I have a long-standing arrangement with the Dark Brotherhood. If I need someone in the guild taken care of, we do it ourselves. We both agree it's best to keep these matters in-house. If you see Carlia, don't hesitate. Kill her. There's little time for talk. What do you want? She was a stubborn Dunmer. Always had to do everything her way. But she was also the best, bringing in more coin a month than some thieves heist in a year. Gallus trusted her too much and let her get too close. Let's get... I want her head on my mantle. Must you keep stopping? 25 years ago, I was standing outside these very scenes. When I arrived, before I could even draw my blade, Carlia was a master marksman. And her greatest... I staggered away from the ruins and my vision began to blur. The last thing I saw was... To this day, I've regretted allowing her to... The guild was thrown into disarray. Sides quickly formed behind... I saw what they did to Gallus. I wanted to use... Fortunately, I persevered, and the other groups were... The infighting had taken months to subside, which gave her time to go into hiding. I spent thousands of septum, and used every contact at my disposal. But it was as if she had simply vanished. Like I said before, she was the best. This better be important. Stench in here. This place smells of death. Be on your guard. What was that? stepping. I'll spit on your corpse. Yes, yes, what is it now? Something's near. feeble attempt is insulting. You can't last! I've killed legions like you. Ah, it's one of the infamous Nordic puzzle doors. How quaint. Without the matching claw, they're normally impossible to open. Since I'm certain Carlisle already did away with it, we're on our own. Unfortunately, these doors have a weakness if you know how to exploit it. Quite simple, really. Carlia is close, I'm certain of it. Now let's get moving. Do you honestly think your arrow will reach me before my blade finds your heart?
Give me a reason to try.
You're a clever girl, Carlia. Buying Golden Glow Estate and funding Honningbrew Meadery was inspired.
To ensure an enemy's defeat, you must first undermine his allies. It was the first lesson Gallus taught us.
You always were a quick study.
Not quick enough. Otherwise Gallus would still be alive.
Gallus had his wealth and he had you. All he had to do was look the other way.
Did you forget the oath we took as Nightingales? Did you expect him to simply ignore your methods?
Enough of this mindless banter. Come, Carlia. It's time for you and Gallus to become reunited.
I'm no fool, Mercer. Crossing blades with you would be a death sentence. But I can promise the next time we meet, it will be your undoing.
How interesting. It appears Gallus's history has repeated itself. Carlia has provided me the means to be rid of you, and this ancient tomb becomes your final resting place. But do you know what intrigues me the most? The fact that this was all possible because of you. Farewell. I'll be certain to give Brynjolf your regards.
Easy. Easy. Don't get up so quickly. How are you feeling? No, I saved your life. My arrow was tipped with a unique paralytic poison. It slowed your heart and kept you from bleeding out. Had I intended to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. My original intention was to use that arrow on Mercer, but I never had a clear shot. I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it prevented your death. More than you'll ever realize. The poison on that arrow took me a year to perfect. I only had enough for a single shot. All I had hoped was to capture Mercer alive. Mercer must be brought before the Guild to answer for what he's done. He needs to pay for Gallus's murder. My purpose in using Snowvale Sanctum to ambush Mercer wasn't simply for irony's sake. Before both of you arrived, I recovered a journal from Gallus's remains. I suspect the information we need is written inside. I wish I knew. The journal is written in some sort of language I've never seen before. Enther. Gallus's friend at the College of Winterhold. Of course. It's the only outsider Gallus trusted with the knowledge of his Nightingale identity. There were 3 of us. Myself, Gallus, and Mercer. We were an anonymous splinter of the Thieves Guild in Riften. Perhaps I'll tell you more about it later. Right now, you need to head for Winterhold with the journal and get the translation. Here, take these as well. They may prove useful for your journey.
afraid not. There are preparations to make, and Gallus's remains to lay to rest. I promise to join you there as soon as I can. Remember, speak only to Anther. Trust no one else.
My job is to serve the Jarl, not waste time talking with travelers.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking.
Yes, what is it? Carlia? Then she's finally found it. Do you have Gallus's journal? No problem. Let me see it. Ah, this is just like Gallus. A dear friend, but always too clever for his own good. He's written all of the text in the Falmer language. No. However, I know someone who might. The court wizard of Markarth, Calselmo, may have the materials you need to get this journal translated. A word of warning. Calselmo is a fierce guardian of his research. Getting the information won't be easy. Calselmo is stubborn as a mule. Be careful when you speak to him.